Good morning and welcome to Little by Little, a short time in God's Word. It's Holy Week, and this week we are walking through the steps of Jesus as he comes in and out of Jerusalem each day leading up to the cross. And so the possibilities of things to talk about and read are kind of endless, but like for example today we could look at Matthew 21 all the way through Matthew 24, Mark 11 into Mark 13, Luke 20 and 21, and a good chunk of John chapter 12. So today we're going to take a look at a few verses from Mark chapter 11, starting in verse 20. And some of this will be familiar because in the last few weeks we've been going through Matthew chapters 21 through 24, and some of these areas are also covered here on these last days leading up to the cross. And so it's going to be a continued reminder about important things. So Mark chapter 11, starting in verse 20. As they passed by in the morning, they saw the fig tree withered away to its roots. And Peter remembered and said to him, "Rabbi, look, the fig tree that you cursed has withered." And Jesus answered them, "Have faith in God. Truly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, 'Be taken up and thrown into the sea,' and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass, it'll be done for him. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it'll be yours. And whenever you stand praying, forgive if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father also who is in heaven may forgive you your trespasses." And they came again to Jerusalem, and as he was walking in the temple, the chief priests and the scribes and the elders came to him. And they said to him, "By what authority are you doing these things? Or who gave you this authority to do them?" And Jesus said to them, "I will ask you one question. Answer me, and I will tell you by what authority I do these things. Was the baptism of John from heaven or from man? Answer me." And they discussed it with one another, saying, "If we say from heaven," he will say, "Well, why then did you not believe him? If we say from man," they were afraid of the people, for all held that John was really a prophet. So they answered Jesus, "We do not know." And Jesus said to them, "Neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things." Faith. It's interesting, the last things that Jesus is taking time to talk about and to challenge others on here in the days leading up to the cross. Faith is a priority for the disciples, for others, for these Pharisees, these religious guys. And we've covered this fig tree already in Matthew. But this idea of faith and praying, believing in faith, believing that God will act. We can't talk about that enough. Also, it's a reminder to keep short accounts. Right? Don't allow there to be things built up between you and others, because that hinders you and God. And then authority. Man, the religious guys had it. They didn't like the idea of someone else taking it. They didn't like the idea that Jesus had it. And where did he get it from? Who gave him the ability? Who gave him the authority? They were the authority. And so they were threatened. And they didn't really want answers from Jesus per se. They wanted to silence him. And so the question for us is, what do you want from Jesus? Are you coming in faith, or in kind of this idea that you are in control and you want Jesus to be something to and for you, rather than he is everything for us? He's the one who holds the answers. He's the one that has all authority. Are you living in light of his authority in and for your life, or are you still living according to your own? Till next time.